Now I'm going to do practice problem number 3 from your note sheet. If you already attempted this one and didn't get it right, I can probably figure out why. If you got it, that's great, but this is definitely the trickiest one on the sheet. And one of the things you really have to keep in mind for this one is that we really need to pay attention to our state of matter. So you can't say that something matches, and you also can't say that something can cancel out when it doesn't have the same state of matter. So I want you to pay attention to the fact that we have hydrochloric acid aqueous and we have hydrogen chloride gas. Those are not the same thing. We also have AlCl3, aluminum chloride aqueous, and we have aluminum chloride in solid form. So those also would not be able to cancel out. You also wouldn't be able to say they were a match. So you have to have the same state of matter. So let's go ahead and just start with our 2Al solid. Now we want to find solid aluminum down here. And I see it right away here, and it actually is a match. I don't have to do anything to this one to change it. So that's a nice easy one to start with. So we have our 2Al solid and our 2Al solid. So that one's done. Now let's move on to 3Cl2. That's the next one we want to get. I see Cl2 down here, but I need to add a 3, so that means I need to multiply this entire equation by 3, and I need to make sure I multiply my delta H by 3. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. So this becomes a 3, this becomes a 3, and this becomes a 6, and I make sure I write times 3 here. So now I have my 3Cl2 gas, so I've matched that up. Now we're looking for 2AlCl3 solid. So I see AlCl3 solid, but it's written over here as a reactant instead of a product. It also needs a 2 in front of it, so this one I'm going to have to not only reverse, but I'm also going to have to multiply by 2. Now normally when I reverse an equation, I rewrite it. This one's going to be pretty easy though, because it's the exact same product and reactant. I'm just going to change the state of matter. So this is now going to be solid. This is now going to be aqueous. So just rather than rewriting this, since it's the same formula for the product and reactant, I just changed the states of matter. And I'm going to have to multiply by 2. So this becomes 2. This becomes 2. And we have to multiply this by 2 as well. So then I have my 2AlCl3 solid. So it might appear that you are done with this problem, but you're going to run into a little issue when you go to cancel things out. So let me show you. So I'm going to draw my line down here, and I'm going to try to cancel out things that I know I don't really need anymore. So I can go ahead and cancel this out because 2AlCl3 aqueous, 2AlCl3 aqueous. Let's see, what else do I want to get rid of? My 3H2 I can get rid of. My 3H2 I can get rid of. And now comes the problem of hydrochloric acid or hydrogen chloride gas. I have a 6 in front of this HCl gas, and this doesn't have a 6 in front of it. Same here, I have hydrochloric acid aqueous, but there's a 6 in front of this guy. So what I'm going to have to do, even though I've already kind of gotten my reactants and products, this delta H is not going to truly reflect in my answer because I still have to fix this. I can't stop until I've been able to cancel everything out. So what I'm going to have to do is multiply this by 6. So this becomes 6 HCl aqueous, this becomes 6 HCl gas, and now I can cancel them out. So 6 HCl aqueous, aqueous, 6 HCl gas, 6 HCl gas. Now that I've canceled everything, I should be left with everything that I need. And now this answer will accurately reflect the delta H that it's supposed to be. And when you add these together, you should get negative 6386.8 kilojoules per mole.